The following program is being brought to you by Loving's Moon, Tim and Jerry's Auto Sales, Garden Bowl, American Gratitude, Patrick Dugan's Coffee House, and AAA Loans and U-Haul. Two guys who had no business being in radio decided to start their own podcast, and now they just won't shut up. Hey! A Power Surge media production. Here they are, JB Surge and Snipes, Uncaged.
That's right, it is Uncaged episode number 22. What's up? Yeah.
Hey.
Snipes with me as always, of course.
That's right.
And we're not in Loving's mood for once. We're back in our own home studio.
Right. We had a scheduling conflict, and other than that, it's cold as balls out there, and so
it's cold.
Hauling our equipment into the bar just didn't seem like a good idea.
No, it really didn't.
Later on in the evening, so yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, those that listen to earlier episodes and listen that we were in a hot LZ in the middle of BFE, well, now that LZ is very Arctic.
Yes,
so,
it's very Arctic.
I want to say our high today was 20, which is warmer than what we've been used to this week and what's coming up this next few days, because I want to say the high won't get out of the single digits in the coming days.
And the negatives will be in the double digits.
Yeah.
So,
the only double digits we're going to get is sub-zero. So, yeah, it's going to be, I want to say the low coming up this weekend, Sunday, what was it, negative 14 or something like that?
Yeah, that just is
fun. It's absolutely fun. I just love the cold weather.
And if you're listening to us for the first time, go back to episode 21. I mean, go back to all of them, but I mean, go back to episode 21.
Ignore all the other episodes.
Right, because 21 was phenomenal. We talked about the day the music died.
Right, last week.
And it was fun. I mean, it was being kind of a memorial for those three individuals that lost their lives, and something dear to your heart. You're a big Buddy Holly fan, and so am I, and so we got to be able to do that, and not only that, but you got to sing some of the tunes of all three artists. So it was fun. And we'll be back at Loving's Moon next week.
Yeah, This is only a temporary thing, of course. This is kind of where we started. We kind of started right here in our little studio, and
back in July.
Yeah, I want to say this is the first episode we've had here since episode 10. I want to say it was episode 10 was the last time we actually did an episode here in this room, actually. So
yes, right.
We're
back in the music room.
Yeah, the music room.
The music room,
and. It's only a coincidence that it's the quietest room in the house. So,
being a music room,
it's perfect for any studio recording work. So, although we did hear Mom earlier before we took
she had let the dogs out, and
it's cold outside.
It's cold outside, and the dogs wanted to play, I guess,
taking
outside.
their sweet time.
Yeah, and she was like, "Get your behinds in here because we are not going to leave this door open for you to come back in the house."
It's cold as balls, which is another weird term or weird expression, because balls I wouldn't say are generically cold.
Bowling balls are.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially when you leave them in your car, which you should not do, by the way. If you ever own a bowling ball, do not leave them in the car, because
they'll crack.
The first time you throw the ball, it'll crack like an egg. Yeah. They have feelings too. They don't like to be left out in the cold.
They're not built like the old bowling balls were.
No,
you could keep it around for 20 years. Yeah, some of these things don't last longer than 6 months.
Yeah, they're stronger and fun to throw, but they're much more fragile. So.
Yeah,
but that's a weird expression that I was thinking about earlier. I was like, balls are not generically cold. But
I didn't want to go into the witches thing, so we'll just leave that one at that.
The witches thing.
Yeah. So yes, it's we're back in the music room.
Yeah. Enjoying ourselves in the warmth of which, I mean, Loving's Moon would probably be warm too, but
it's usually very warm.
Yeah, even during the summertime, the AC is it works, but it's just I don't know.
And as you're listening to this podcast, you're going to be at Loving's Moon tonight. Going to be doing some karaoke and getting the crowd out and if they venture out,
I wouldn't blame them if they don't venture out. But yeah, if you're in the Garden City area or just happen to be in and around Garden City and you want to come out and have a good time, I'll be running the karaoke from Loving's Moon. That'd be Friday night from the morning release of this podcast. So yeah, it should be fun. And hopefully there is a good crowd out there because it's always more fun out there. I was about to say funner, but it's not a word. So
funner,
yeah.
Funner is a word. I'm just going to lay it down. We
funner
need to do a
podcast
on the English language because
I think we should.
Yeah, that's something that needs to be done because the expressions that are used and we can actually talk about expressions that were done and
that's true.
What their true meaning is, and behind that, we all know what spring cleaning means.
Right.
Was that back in the 1800s, you brought your animals into the home during the winter months, and so everything that they did in that home, defecating and everything like that, had to be cleaned out in the spring.
Right.
When you put the animals back outside. So that's your spring cleaning. That's where that comes from.
There you go. Yeah. Right. And I believe the term "that's what she said" was first initiated by William Shakespeare.
Oh, no.
In a play. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So if those wondering.
We've taken it to a different level.
And we've taken it to an more interesting level. Yeah.
Yeah. That was our bowling team name for years. So
that's what that's right. Yeah. That's what she said.
Yeah, yeah. So
it's
good.
So English language is kind of weird, but yeah. Anyways, this episode we've those of you that are actually looking at the title, it's pizza time. So
we're going to talk about one of our favorite foods,
and probably one of the most popular foods ever in anywhere throughout the world.
Right,
pizza.
And I don't know the background to the delivery process, but it's the most delivered food.
Yeah,
that is out there, and so I don't know what when I'm sure Chinese
started.
in some of the bigger cities was the first thing that got delivered. Chinese,
probably.
So, but when you think about pizza, you think about delivery.
Yeah, that's true.
Rarely do you think about frozen pizza being anything more than let's just cook our own pizza from this cardboard that we got at the grocery store and. Because pretty much so. I mean, I do have my favorites.
Wait, the cardboard that the pizza comes in, or is the pizza does taste like cardboard?
Yeah, it tastes like cardboard.
Same thing? Yeah. Okay.
Right. There are my favorites I like out there. I'm not a real big fan of the French bread pizzas.
No?
No, I'm not. I used to be, but no. I like Red Baron.
Red Baron's a good brand. Tombstone. I mean, you can't go wrong with either Totino's or Tony's, I guess. Those are more popular brands. But yeah, well, and I was going to say, I've got some words coming up in our top 10, which will be top 10 all-time favorite pizzas or pizza places. Would be that'll be our top 10 coming up.
Whether they deliver or not.
Right, yeah. And so we'll actually have a top 10 for the first time in Lord knows how long. I don't know how long we haven't done a top 10.
And some of these pizza places that we discuss, they have a signature pizza that's our favorite, and so we can talk about those. And
absolutely. So that's gonna be.
So we're gonna talk about food, which is second to breathing for us.
Yeah. We like food.
We like food. We like a little spirit and beer with us, and so. And beer and pizza kind of go hand in hand.
They really do go hand in hand. Yeah, it's a match made in heaven, I would say. So, or a match made in hell too.
There's a new topic for our English and our ideas. A match made in heaven. We're gonna need to figure out where that came from.
Where did that come from? Yeah, probably from the first guy that ever
ordered pizza
and beer. Yeah, so that's my guess. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's what's coming up in our episode here, and also we're coming out to a point where I am a pizza delivery guy. I won't say the company. I think I've mentioned the company before in the past, but I'm not going to say it if you ever go catch it, because there's going to be some criticism going on with one of those pizza places, and I don't want to get tagged back on it.
Well, we can just say it's a Kansas.
It's a Kansas-based national food chain. How about that?
Yeah,
it's. I mean, it's pretty cool. So yeah, you may have already figured it out. Those Kansas natives and other those, they're like, oh, it was in Kansas. Wow,
Kansas. Wow.
So
that would be 2 of them that I know of.
Okay, so 2 of them, really. Okay, so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, 3. Actually, I got 3 on my list that are from Kansas.
From Kansas. Okay. I've got a few on my top 10 that are from not in Kansas. I mean, there's several that are not in Kansas, but
now I've had New York.
I was going to say, you mentioned one time you had New York style pizza
in New York.
Yeah. In New York.
Yeah. Somebody pointed me, where's the best place to get a slice? And they tell me, and I went, not a big fan. And
really,
right, and we know that New York style pizza is very thin.
Yeah,
it's meant to be folded and eaten
on the go,
slice, right? Yeah. On the go,
because New York City's a city on the go.
But I don't. I'm not a real big fan of that, and I'm not a real big fan of the Chicago style pizza, where it's really deep dish.
Yeah,
because you got to sit there with a fork and a knife and do that thing, and I'm not into doing that either. So I'm kind of halfway in between when I think about pizza. I still want to be able to pick it up and eat it with my hand.
But
so,
yeah. I can understand that. But
right,
yeah. So what's coming up now is I have ranked all the popular, or 3 of the popular national fast food pizza chains in different categories, according to their food, according to their menu, up into 10 different categories. So, and I've ranked them 1 to 10 on each of those categories. So, the best score you could possibly get, based on my opinion, this is not like some kind of big criticism. Yeah. This is based on my experience in the pizza realm.
Taste,
and the
crust,
pizza,
all that stuff.
And so I based it on 100. So the best score you can get is 100, and those 3, and I'll be ranking those 3 pizza chains based on each category, and of course the overall score.
Okay.
So the 3 pizza chains are Domino's, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut. So basically, you can go in any fairly large cities, like here in Garden City, we have all 3 of those pizza chains. You can go to any of these. So I'm going to rank them based on each of these categories. So if you ever want to decide to get food delivered from any of these pizza chains, then you can choose which is best. I basically can tell you, based on my experience, which restaurant does best, what they do best, and what they don't do best.
Okay.
So there you go. Okay, first of all, we'll do the thin crust. So we're going to base them on the crust. There are different kind of crust: thin, hand toss, deep dish, and their specialty. Did I say 4? So there's 4 different crusts.
Right.
So thin crust. All 3 of these restaurants have a thin crust pizza.
Yes.
The one I ranked at last, I should say, they got a 2 out of 10, Papa John's. And the note I have on it is just don't.
Don't do the thin crust.
Just don't.
Okay.
If you like Papa John's, just don't do the thin crust, because they just. I'm sorry, I just can't. No. Domino's gets a 6 out of 10 because some people like their cracker crunch crust, and some don't. Yeah.
I don't need a crunch out of my pizza.
See now, and I don't either.
You can make a thin crust that's still soft.
Yes.
So yeah.
So, so it's not generally appealing or appetizing personally for me. So that's why I gave them a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
And getting a perfect score of 10 is Pizza Hut, because they're thin and crispy is something different. It's like if you go to any other pizza place, you get a thin crust, it's almost like it goes to the edge, all the way to the edge, and it's just a thin crust.
Right.
Whereas Pizza Hut, they actually made the crust like an actual crust to be eaten as just a crust. Like
right. However, I don't like my crust, even at the very end, I don't like it to be hard.
No.
And Pizza Hut's is It's that cracker type where
it's
you crunch.
What they know is a thin and crispy.
Right.
So it's light and airy, and some people actually do like to eat it because it's different for them. So, and of course,
and a lot of people don't like the dough. A lot of dough, so they order the thin crust.
Thin crust, yeah.
Right.
And that's personally for me, it is what it is. It also, their thin crust, while it be thin and crispy, it's also durable. I mean, it can keep your toppings relatively put together.
You can tow your truck with it.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's why I gave pizza 10 out of 10 on that one, because their thin and crispy is quite possibly
crispy.
Well, it's crispy, but it's quite it outranks Papa John's and Domino's.
There you go,
easily.
Yes,
easily. Hand tossed. This is where Pizza Hut kind of lacks, so I'm going to give them a 4 out of 10.
Okay,
it's hit and miss, really. Sometimes their hand toss is really great, and you can go for it and eat it. Sometimes it can be a little undercooked. Sometimes it can be overcooked. So
the operator, you got to get the right operator,
I guess, or the right person making it. Yeah. So it's sometimes it's not fully let out or cooked well, and but it does pair somewhat adequately with a sauce. Like if you have a dipping sauce with it, that's where it could probably gain some more points.
We have to remember, Pizza Hut has gone way out there when they start doing crust flavors and and the stuffed crust and all this other stuff, and I'm like, just give me the crust. I mean, it won't be long. Pizza Hut's going to have a baked bean pizza. Yeah, you know what I mean? Where we're just going to slather baked beans on this sucker.
That's disgusting.
With barbecue sauce or something like that. And
see, okay, the flip side of that coin is that they used to have this thing called the pretzel crust. Yes. Where it was a stuffed crust, but it was
stupid
pretzel branded with the salt.
Right, and then they had like cheese whiz in the middle of it, right?
It was personally my favorite crust ever from Pizza Hut.
Really?
Oh, loved it. Oh yeah. Because it came out right around when I was in college, so I ordered it almost all the time. So
we know how college kids are in
pepperoni. Pizza. Oh yeah, pizza. Yeah, I got something about that coming up in our top 10, by the way.
All right.
Domino's gets a 6 out of 10 because it's also kind of hit and miss. It may need also a sauce to be paired with, but it is a lot lighter and airier to deal with than Pizza Hut, and so it is edible to a degree, in my personal opinion. So,
all right.
Papa John's takes this one at a 9 out of 10. The dough reps, whatever's in the dough for their hand tossed is really pretty great, and of course they get if you get the special garlic butter sauce.
It comes in every pizza.
Yeah, and you get that, and you pair it with your pizza dough, your crust, your hand tossed crust, Papa John's. I'd die for that garlic butter personally.
Well, wait a minute. Another term that we're gonna have to come up with. You're gonna die for it.
I'd die for it.
Die for it. Which you really wouldn't.
Everything if you had to. I do it for you. That's right. Bryan Adams, man. Yeah. So yeah, Papa John's takes that one. So yeah, man, these are pretty well lined out. In the deep dish pan column, Papa John's does not get a rating because they don't have a deep dish or pan pizza.
That's correct.
So that's an interesting.
They're really kind of stuck with two crusts. And that's
it's their thin or their hand toss.
Original.
So, their original. Yeah, I guess that would technically be their hand toss.
Sure.
So Papa John's. Wow, Pizza Hut gets a 7 out of 10. Their pan crust is pretty good. But personally, I'm a guy when it comes to deep dish or pizza, I want to consider it a pie. I mean, because I want it to be actual deep dish,
right?
Where pizza, it's almost like their thin crust. It actually is a crust, and you can actually pick it up and carry it.
And see, I've noticed now, not in the store, but in the delivery, the hand tossed and the deep dish are kind of alike.
Different dough, yeah, but I think the recipe is different though. Too.
Yes, well, but see, when I get delivery, I can't tell by looking at it whether that's a deep dish or a hand tossed.
Right. Of course, being in the pizza business, I can easily tell. But
right.
but yeah.
But But if you go to the store and you receive your deep dish in the
pan,
you know it's deep dish pizza.
That's very true, because
it needs a couple more layers to be a true deep dish.
Yes, it's good. It's a little bit more doughier than I like it, because it seems like it's almost 75% dough and then 25% toppings.
Right.
I want to see
a
all
loaf of bread with toppings.
Yeah, so that's why I wouldn't really consider it a deep dish pan or pie, but it's got a good tasting doughy crust. I mean, I would eat the crust, but I can only eat like 2 slices because that dough is really heavy.
Right.
However, I do consider Domino's the better out of this one. They get a perfect score, because have you ever gotten their homemade pan pizzas?
I have not.
It is pretty much a pie. There is no crust. It's just full on toppings and everything. Sauce it just seeps right into the dough, and so that's why I personally like Domino's to be at the top. So yeah, it's kind of a men among boys in the deep pan world. So it's really outmatched.
Wow.
I personally will take Domino's on that one. The specialty crust and the final specialty, which is I'll go with Domino's Brooklyn style crust.
Yeah, I knew you would go there. Brooklyn style
in their specialty, because they don't have which Pizza Hut and Papa John's do actually have stuffed crust, but Domino's with their Brooklyn style, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It really kind of gives a good classic New York style pizza,
and they add a little bit more of a seasoning on top of their toppings when they do the Brooklyn style.
Yeah,
and to me that's what we order Domino's, we order the Brooklyn style.
Right. Yeah, so, that's one of my personal favorites. That's easily my favorite crust. Pizza Hut's stuffed crust gets an 8 out of 10. Of course, their classic stuffed crust it's been a staple in their
and that's a mozzarella cheese that they put in that.
So good old mozzarella string cheese with it. So but it can be hit or miss sometimes, but most of the time it is pretty cooked well, as long as you get a good seasoning on it, and it's cooked pretty well. So of course it is better with the crust finish and a sauce. However, I'm making a controversial statement. Papa John's just released their version of the stuffed crust.
Yes.
And it's better.
It is better.
My personal opinion. Okay. It is better than Pizza Hut's.
They're also using the mozzarella.
They get a 9 out of 10 because, of course, their crust is just lighter and airier. And so it's just, you can bite right into it, and it's like a genuine pizza stuffed crust. Like it's just really well. And so, yeah, my controversial statement: Papa John's, you win the stuffed crust.
Wow, I'm surprised Little Caesars their stuffed crust didn't. I'm just kidding. Pizza.
I've also got some words for Little Caesars as well later on in the top 10. In their ingredients toppings portion, Pizza Hut gets a 6 out of 10 on this one. Personally, they have a good selection, but it is a little generic. In their topping selection. So there's nothing too flashy.
Right. However, when you get involved in your specialty pizzas, they do make a taco pizza.
Yes, that's different. Yeah,
that's quite. Yeah, that's
the bean sauce, and I mean it's like little refried bean sauce.
Yeah, pretty soon it's going to be baked beans. There we go.
Still sounds disgusting. A baked bean stuffed crust.
Ooh, a chili bean.
Pass.
No, chili bean.
Chili beans is better.
Is the topping, not the crust.
Oh, okay.
This would be the topping.
Yeah, okay, that's fair, but I don't know. I wouldn't. I thought you were going to go for like a stuffed crust type thing.
No. This is something you would order, because if it's like a baked bean topping, this is something you'd order when you're having your steak. This is your beans that you had have a steak.
Interesting.
Or barbecue.
Barbecue. Yeah, I was going to say. So. Which, by the way, they have, I guess, Pizza Welcome Back the barbecue beef too. So
yeah, that sounds disgusting to me. Because when I bite into a pizza, I want to taste marinara
and not barbecue beef.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's not. But you can also order barbecue sauce as a sauce.
Yeah. See now.
No. Anyways, Domino's gets a 7 out of 10. They offer more of a different sauces.
Yes, they do.
Than when it comes to their pizzas. And
you can get actually Alfredo sauce on your pizza, I believe.
Well, so you can at Pizza Hut as well. But they offer a different. It's not just like their typical marinara sauce. You can also get like what they call their robust tomato sauce.
Yes.
It's a little bit more. It just gives you a little bit more than their marinara. So,
okay.
Personally, and they also offer different cheeses that you can put on. It's not just your typical mozzarella. You can get Asiago. You can get feta, and and also they offer both
cottage
green
cheese
and red peppers. So,
yes,
on their topping selection. But when Papa John's says better ingredients,
better pizza,
they do mean better ingredients. They have a much better ingredient selection. Anchovies, salami, Philly steak, meatballs,
the Philly
spinach.
Steak. Now, I didn't think I would branch out this far because I'm strictly a pepperoni guy.
Me too.
However, the Philly cheesesteak pizza is really good if you want to change the pace. Yeah,
amazing. 9 out of 10 for Papa John's on the ingredients selection there. Okay, pastas. And there's pasta specialty category, because Papa John's does not have pastas, believe it or not. So
they don't.
No, it's unusual. So I chose their papadillas, their new papadillas, a little kind of knockoff to the quesadilla, basically. So,
okay.
Those are pretty good. They're good in their respect, but they are also kind of hit or miss. I mean, you got to get the right ingredients all together, and as well as a good dipping sauce. Pair it with a good dipping sauce. Pizza Hut gets a 7 out of 10 on their pastas. It's a good taste. It's simple. No holds. You get what you get. It's rotini pasta and sauce and cheese, and of course your whether it's a tomato sauce or the
meat,
chicken or
meat or veggies.
Yeah. So it's different, but of course there's not a whole lot of different options. You either get their Alfredo or kind of like their spaghetti.
Right.
It's like a tomato sauce and meat and stuff like that.
But Domino's
wins the pasta specialties with an 8 out of 10 score, because it's just a better taste. They have, of course, the
bread
more
bowl.
options.
Bowl.
The bread bowl. Yeah. the pasta bread bowl from Domino's.
Eat your pasta and then eat your bowl.
That's right. Just in case you
didn't say bowl, I said bowl.
Just in case you didn't get enough carbs in your life, but it's still better. Domino's has clearly the better pasta.
Better pizza.
Domino's. There you go. Let's go to the wings. Papa John's, 3 out of 10. It's just their bone-in option is below average at best.
Right.
They
don't have. Do they have a boneless?
Outside of their chicken poppers, I want to say.
Yeah, that's not
pretty much
right. Yeah,
pretty much. It's limited sauce option, of course, and also their chicken poppers are also kind of below average. They're also hit or miss. If you get them well cooked, they're good.
Well, it's something you can get in the freezer section at the grocery store.
Pretty much. So, Papa John's 3 out of 10. Domino's gets a 6 out of 10 on the wings. They have a better bone-in option than Papa John's, but you can get their boneless chicken, but you can't sauce them. It's basically
that's kind of weird.
It's basically like Papa John's chicken poppers. Yeah, you can get boneless chicken, but you can't sauce them.
Yeah, that's weird.
So, and of course they got their specialty chicken. You can put like bacon and cheese and whatnot on, but they serve it on a plate. But that's basically it. It's Domino's is kind of underwhelming.
Correct.
In their chicken business.
And so number one would have to be Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes, no. Obviously, Buffalo Wild Wings was a pizza business. Yes, of course. But if their only specialty is wings, so Pizza Hut wins it hands down on this one, I think, with a 9 out of 10. It's award-winning. I mean, it's award-winning wings.
And who gave out the award?
The American people.
Oh, I figured you were going to say Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Obama.
Oh, thanks, Obama. Of course, they got the bone-in and bone-out options. Great quality chicken. I mean, if you want bone-out, if you're not a big fan of the bone-out is great chicken. Make sure it's cooked all the way through, which it generally is. But still, you want to make sure it's cooked all the way through.
I'm going to guess. Let me just off the top of my head. I'm going to say that of Pizza Hut's wings,
yes,
the boneless outsells the bone-in.
Yes.
That's what I figured.
Yes, and it's it's just better overall, and so
and some of those
are not wings though. They're nuggets.
They're right. As we heard from that one gentleman in Nebraska,
I can't believe you guys would do such a thing, calling these wings.
But some of them are almost a half a chicken.
Yeah,
they are big. They're not cut uniformly.
No,
so it's
you either get the size of a chicken popper or you get the one the size of an actual chicken.
Chicken breast, yeah,
a literal chicken breast, yeah,
right.
Which is what the bone out wings are from the breast,
right?
So.
And I'm thinking that
and they got the better sauce options too.
Well, what do they have? Just
you got your
the buffaloes,
buffalo mild, medium, and hot, honey barbecue.
You got
garlic, the teriyaki.
Yeah, you can just change it all up,
and you can mix them too.
Do they not have a dry rub like Buffalo Wild Wings?
They've got lemon pepper and Cajun dry rub.
Ooh, I might have to try the Cajun dry rub.
Really good, personally.
All right.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't a better overall chicken.
I wouldn't have to put any of that Slap Your Mama on there.
I mean, if you want.
Oh, by the way, if you're thinking of seasonings for anything,
Slap Your Mama.
Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning is phenomenal.
Get it.
It's
in grocery stores everywhere.
Put it on your crawfish.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Get some Slap Your Mama.
Crawfish and beer is another one.
I also put some Bravado Spices jalapeno and garlic.
Oh, see, that's a wet sauce, right?
No,
it's a dry. Oh, okay.
It's really good. Yeah, jalapeno and garlic.
We've got some Bravado spice stuff in here.
Yeah,
still.
it's the
is that all liquid?
Creamy urban jalapeno. That's
okay,
that's
but there's some couple other bottles in there. Is that also the same thing? Okay.
No. Yeah. Well,
there's not a dry one in there.
No, there's not.
Oh, okay.
No. But I do have some of that, and also some of their the Carolina Reaper sauce.
Oh my!
I haven't opened it yet because I'm scared. Because I'm scared.
That just doesn't sound. No.
Yeah, I've tried a ghost chili pepper once. I'm not doing that ever again.
Well, the Carolina Reaper is supposed to be
way
more
hotter.
Yeah,
it'll pretty much kill you.
I'm going to have to put it on a cracker and try it out.
There you go. Let's go to the sides. Side options. Pizza Hut. I had to bump them down to 2 out of 10. Their side options are very limited nowadays. They got the garlic nuts, breadsticks, cheese sticks, or you can get a side of fries.
Well, now wait a minute.
That's it.
Oh, you're not counting desserts in this then?
No, that's in a later. That's in a later one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah,
you can get fries on your pizza.
Not on your pizza, but you can get a side of fries.
What if I ask? Can I put fries on my pizza?
It wouldn't cook right. You'd have to fry them first and then put them on pizza.
Well, duh.
Because they're frozen.
I can't believe that you hadn't thought about that.
Well, what was that? What was that? Mr. Deeds, that guy, the French fries and Oreos.
Yeah.
There you go. Put some French fries and Oreos on your pizza.
That's right.
Although, if you get fries loaded, like you put the garlic parm sauce on them.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little bit of garlic fries. Yeah.
Okay.
I do that.
Right.
And it's fair. It's fair quality on their side dishes, but they definitely need the sauce to really hammer them home, which is not good.
So they're the Democrat of the sides.
Yeah. Papa John's gets a 5 out of 10. They're kind of middle of the road. They are limited, but they are slightly better than Pizza Hut. I mean, they got some. Their cheese sticks are out of this world. I love their cheese sticks.
Like just a mozzarella cheese stick. Is that what you're talking about?
Pretty much. It's yeah. And then they also have jalapeno Papa rolls. They put the jalapeno and cream cheese and roll it up in dough. Not bad. Not bad.
All right.
The bread is good. Of course, you got to pair it with a good sauce.
Right. Well, and the deal is that Papa John's outdoes it on the sauces.
Yes, they got the better sauce selection, obviously.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Right.
Domino's wins the sides, not by much though. They only get a 6 out of 10 on the sides because they need to chill out with the freaking bread. Okay, they do everything with bread.
We're going to put it in a knot. We're going to put it in a Tootsie Roll.
We're going to put it in we're going to make a bowl out of it and put pasta in it. And then we're going to serve the bread as like a loaf with cheese on it. Like, calm down, Domino's, with your stupid bread. Okay, it's not that great.
Right.
So
man does not live by bread alone.
No, unfortunately not.
Okay. That's why it's a pizza chain, people.
Yeah, can chill out with the bread. Domino's. Desserts. Papa John's gets a 3 out of 10. They have the cookie and brownie, which are okay. The cookie is better than the brownie, personally.
Now that's do they not make like a dessert stick pizza? No,
not anymore. I know.
Okay.
I know Pizza used to as well, but
Okay.
not anymore.
Okay.
No, they don't have the strudel anymore. The strudel pizzas. Oh man, love them.
Yeah. You can order those instead of the regular.
I know. Then they also have their cinnamon pull-aparts, but they're kind of lackluster. I mean,
here we go with the bread.
Yeah, the bread with the cinnamon and icing.
Yeah.
You wish it would. You wish it tasted better, honestly. When you bite into it,
does it taste more bready, doughy?
It's more bread doughy than it is when you get the cinnamon and icing. It's just
what a shock. Yeah, because I mean, if you're having a cinnamon roll, you
way
want
better.
more icing than you want roll.
Yes,
that's the way it's supposed to be done.
Right.
That's right.
Right. Domino's gets a 5 out of 10. Of course, they have their brownie and bread twists. Their little cinnamon bread twists. They're okay. Although the one that kind of holds them up is the chocolate lava crunch cakes.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
Oh yeah, like you bite into it and you're gonna
burn your mouth.
You're gonna need a napkin. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna burn your mouth. It says lava.
You probably are gonna burn your mouth especially if it just came out. So, but otherwise,
well, I'm sure it's been around for a while. It just didn't come out.
Yeah.
No, not like that.
No, like when you bite into it.
It didn't just come out of the closet. It's decided it's something else.
Mom, Dad, I'm chocolatey. Pizza Hut hammers this one home. The cookie is above and beyond better than anything you can ever have.
I disagree.
Of the three, the cookie is better. But it is time intensive because you either got to eat it like when you just get it, because otherwise
it becomes a brick.
It's very hard. Yeah, so
it becomes a brick.
Yeah, the cinnamon sticks could be better because once again, it's more bread than cinnamon. So
right, but they do have Cinnabon.
The Cinnabon Delight's what hammers it home.
Yeah.
Best dessert you can possibly get.
Yeah.
Anywhere. No.
I'd like 15 orders of Cinnabons, please.
Yeah. And we'd hate you. No.
Why?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I didn't get this sexy from not eating.
That's right. I'm delighted from the Cinnabons. Yeah, no, that's the best menu item they have, personally. So overall variety of menu was just their ninth, the final category. So overall variety of menu, Papa John's gets a 5 out of 10. So like I said, their pizza, you got to get the certain right kind of pizza. Otherwise, crust, it's kind of
everything. Yeah.
Man, everything else kind of meh. Pizza Hut, get the wings. 6 out of 10. Get the wings and the Cinnabon Delights.
Yeah,
and you won't be disappointed.
I've done just wings before.
Yeah.
Because
me too.
I'm like, but the big mistake I make with any of these pizza places is that I order way too much.
Yes.
I've got to learn that I can only
bigger.
have 3 slices of pizza now.
Right.
And about 3 of the little tiny Cinnabons, and I'm done.
Yeah. So yeah. Get the wings and the Cinnabon Delights, and you can't go wrong with either of those two at Pizza Hut. Domino's wins that one with an 8 out of 10. Get the right kind of crust on your pizza. Pasta, oh my God! Get the pasta.
Right.
Get the pasta. So I mean, you can get,
and you can take that Brooklyn style pizza, and you can add
whatever
extra pepperoni and more of this and more of that. They don't care how greasy the pizza is. If you want more of this on it and more of that on it, and just no anchovies.
Yeah, I'd say get the pizza from Papa John's, get the wings and dessert from Pizza Hut, and then get your pasta from Domino's.
And they'll all meet here at the same time, and we'll all have a party.
Let's see. There you go. It's a pizza party.
It's a pizza party.
It's pizza time. So, adding up all the scores, Papa John's comes in third with a score of right at half, 50 out of 100.
Who's this?
Papa John's.
Okay, 50.
So, 50 out of 100. So, coming in second, but not by much, Pizza Hut with 68 total points out of 100. So,
okay,
And then Domino's tops it out at 69 out of 100.
And they had those cute little cars before.
Yeah.
With the little warming oven in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta track all your stuff and be like, oh, look at this. Yeah. Daniel's making my pizza. I didn't ask for Daniel.
That's right. Why did they turn left instead of right? They could have been here 15 minutes ago.
Exactly. Right.
I don't need to know where you're at. Oh, he stopped at the grocery store to go to the bathroom. I don't.
Oh, he stopped at this gas station for directions. Oh, shucks. Same with DoorDash.
DoorDash does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Garden City's not that big, people. You leave time out with my order, which is less than
3.5 blocks away.
3.5 blocks away, and you have to take. Oh wait, he took a left. Now he's driving down Olive. It's stupid.
I once.
And I've had them call me and said, "Now they're south of my house."
Yeah,
and
they're over by the train tracks.
Right. You're like, wait a minute. If you had not gone that far, you would have turned this way.
Exactly.
Yeah. My street isn't that long. It's about 3 blocks long, and that's it.
About 3 city blocks. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. I've seen that before. I once had a DoorDash go get to the street of my house, street of the house, turn right onto the street, like going straight towards the house. I'm like, yeah, you're doing great. Goes past the house,
right?
Turns around onto the adjacent street about 3 blocks down, and then turns left and starts heading south and away from the house. And I'm like, where are you going?
Right.
Like, DoorDash people, come on, man.
Yeah, you've been born and raised in this house.
I know. I've been.
This house has been here since 1959 and it ain't moving.
That's true.
All right.
It's definitely not moving.
It hasn't changed. So, all right.
Has it not changed? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. So, all right. Well, I might as well get into our top 10.
Top 10.
Our top 10 favorite pizzas or pizza restaurants. Of course, I've got some. I don't know if you have any honorable mentions or not.
I do.
What do you got?
My honorable mentions fit into number 10, which is every frozen pizza out there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Every frozen pizza fits with my number 10.
Okay.
And my number 10?
Wait.
Okay.
So, okay, I was going to say.
You can do your honorable mentions.
Okay.
If you would let.
I was going to say, yeah. I've decided that, I've created enough for honorable mentions, so I've got some dishonorable mentions.
Okay.
So there's a little change of pace. So I've got pizza places that I think don't even deserve to be in anybody's top 10. First of all, Cece's Pizza. I don't know what you're doing. I know you're in a buffet style, but your pizza sucks.
Right. And we found out now during the pandemic they actually deliver.
Yeah. But still, it's very underwhelming pizza.
Yes,
there was one of the pizzas I went to Cece's one time. It was macaroni and cheese pizza.
Right.
I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. I've been into it, and I got disappointment.
Well, that's why you should have just stuck it on your plate and got a fork and ate the mac and cheese.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what the big hype is with Tony's Pizza, but it's disgusting. It's very
well. That's that frozen thing, right?
Yeah. I had Tony's Pizza growing up in school, and Tony's.
Oh, that's what the school district served?
Ugh,
we were paying big bucks for you to go to school.
Yeah, and paying for crappy pizza. Little Caesars, it's they're cheap pizza, and it shows. It obviously shows.
However, at the time when you're drinking, it's not that bad.
Yeah, when you're drinking, it's
right.
That's the
point.
I'll eat
That's the
anything.
point. That's why it's my number 10, along with all those frozen pizzas you can get at the grocery store. All right.
There you go.
There's pizza rolls that taste better than that. So.
Yeah, and then Little Caesars, what was that meme that I showed you? It's like, it was a caption that said, Little Caesars, oh, hey, look, here's our new pizza. It's hot and ready. The guy says, is it good? And Little Caesars goes, it's hot and it's ready.
Yeah, you can drive right up and get one.
That's about it. That's all you. That's their claim to fame is it's hot and it's ready.
Right.
I'm gonna wreck your little life here. Hunt Brothers is on my dishonorable mentions.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Pizza sauce is about all it's good for. I'm personally
right.
The sauce is good. Everything else is kind of crap.
Right. But I like it because I know how to put the toppings on it.
Sure, but
because I used to make it when I was at the bowling alley.
Right.
And so I kind of would fudge a little bit and do my little thing with it. And
right.
And trust me, if you've been to the bowling alley, what they used to serve compared to what they're serving
to Hunt Brothers. Okay,
yeah.
Hunt Brothers in comparison,
right.
is way better.
That's where I'm at. So.
But yeah,
I love the sauce.
The sauce is really good.
It makes the pizza really, if you think about it.
Yeah, if you have nothing else to,
and you're at the bowling alley,
it's that. I don't get what the hype is with DiGiorno, but they make the worst frozen pizza of all time.
Right.
Personally, their crust is cardboard, and
like all frozen pizzas,
yeah, it's cardboard. I don't know. I heard somebody say that Golden Corral had really good pizza. I'm like, they tossed it in the oven for 3 minutes and called it pizza.
Right.
Their dough is extremely undone.
I knew somebody that would actually order a pizza from
Golden Corral,
and they would take it home that way, and I'm like, wait a minute, yeah,
I can get heartburn just thinking about that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost as bad as Sam's Pizza.
Yeah, it really is. Golden Corral, their dough is extremely undone.
Right, and to me, Sam's Pizza is a lot like Papa Murphy's. So.
Yeah, which is my final dishonorable mention is Papa Murphy's. You know what? If I wanted to
make my own pizza,
I would have gotten a $2 frozen pizza and taken it home.
Right.
I don't want something made in front of me and be like, oh, but you still got to cook it. Screw you.
Right.
I want my pizza done when I get it.
Exactly.
Screw you guys. So, anyways, yeah. Let's get into our top 10.
All right.
Number 10.
My number 10 was I said it was Little Caesars.
Okay.
And that's because there are some days where driving up and getting it and bringing it home and eating it, it's not as bad as...
It's definitely for people who are on a budget.
Yes.
It's a budget pizza.
College kids.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's right next to the college here in town.
Right. So it works out great. I started having Little Caesars when I was stationed in the Air Force. And so back then it was one price for two pizzas. That's why they had that pizza thing going on.
Pizza.
Right. And so it wasn't that bad. I mean, yeah, but it's number 10.
Okay, that's fine. My number 10, somebody help me out here. Anybody who listens to this that went to high school with me, we went to Chicago in 2009 on a band trip, and we went to this great pizza place before we went to go see Blue Man Group. I do not remember the place, but it served quality Chicago deep dish pizza. Like this was... this
Fernando's,
yeah,
or something.
Well, and there's apparently a very popular pizza place there called Giordano's. I'm not sure if that's the actual place that we went to, but if somebody help me out here. But that
Luigi's.
Luigi. So yeah, personally, that was number 10 for me. Was that pizza place there in Chicago? So there you go.
Number 9.
My number 9, Mazzio's.
Oh, Mazzio's. I forgot about Mazzio's.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of a buffet style pizza thing, and you could order.
Way better than CC's, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's tons better.
It was so good they actually closed down and turned it into a bar.
Yeah.
That tells you about it.
Well, they did have one in Guyman when I worked there. They do have a Mazzio's there. So, and I ordered from them a couple times, and I was like, oh, this brings me back.
Yeah,
it's good quality buffet style pizza. Not the best, but good.
Right.
So, my number 9, I'm going to toss it up to my Hayes people. So those who either went to school up in Hayes or are Hayes natives, I've got a tie here: Gambino's and Lamado's, because these two pizza places have something near and dear to my heart. First of all, Gambino's was the first pizza place I ever tried in Hayes that was not Domino's or Pizza Hut. And so there's kind of a nostalgia thing for Gambino's. However, I worked with the athletic people during football and basketball and baseball games, and every game they ordered Gambino's. And so I got sick of it.
So got burned out on it.
Yeah, and Lomato's is good, a good pizza, good crust, and a good sauce with it too. But there's kind of I don't want to put one ahead of the other. So Gambino's and Lomato's in Hays, Kansas, by the way, are my number 9. By the way,
number 8.
My number 8, Papa John's.
Okay, so you put a national chain on there.
Yes, I did.
See, now I'm barren of national chains on my top 10.
Oh, okay.
Since I already ranked them, but yeah, Papa John's. All right.
Okay, yeah.
So what special about them at number 8?
The Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Oh, okay. There you go. The Philly cheesesteak
yes.
pizza. Yeah. So there you go. Right. My number 8 is a restaurant also here, a little bit larger chain than some others. Pie 5.
Oh, yes.
Pie 5 here in town. Of course, there's select franchises all around the nation.
I thought you said you were void
of those 3 national chains that I mentioned, Papa John's and Pizza Hut and Domino's. But, Pie 5, kind of like the Subway of pizza places.
I'm not impressed with Pie 5 at all.
It's not the best.
No.
But especially on Pie Day. I remember then going to Pie Day a couple years ago, where all I had was like $3 and it was $3.14, for Pie Day, PI 3.14. So, and getting their personal pan pizza was one of my personal favorite pan pizzas.
Okay.
So there you go.
Wow.
So number 8 for me, Pie 5.
Number 7.
My number 7, Brooklyn style pizza from Domino's.
Okay. There you go.
And it's strictly to that Brooklyn style crust and what I can do to it.
Fold it over.
That's the only reason Domino's is even on the list is because of that.
Yeah, I would probably be the same way. That's the only reason why I have Domino's. If I've ever had Domino's on my top 10. Number 7 for me, Red Baron. Gotta give a frozen pizza a shout out.
Wow.
Yeah, Red Baron makes some good pizzas. You
cook
it right.
Right. The way I like to cook it and the way that you like to cook it is totally different.
Yeah.
I like my cheese burned, and I like my pepperonis curled.
Yes.
They've cooked enough that they've actually curled and made a little bowl.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. You got to cook it all the way through. And that's my personal favorite for Red.
Okay.
Baron, yeah.
Number 6.
My number 6 is F.E. Warren's Air Force Base NCO Club used to make a pizza that was a supreme pizza.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they would deliver, which was right across the street for me.
Oh, yeah. You were at the Warren Air Force Base.
And if everybody doesn't know what an NCO club, it means non-commissioned officer club. It's a club for all those sergeants and above. And so, they made a great supreme pizza.
Interesting. I like that. That's pretty cool. Number 6 for me would be Old Chicago and their double deckeroni pizza.
Yes, double deckeroni.
See ya. Yeah, it is, especially their deep dishes.
That's as close to deepest dish that I know.
Oh, yeah, but do not order a large for just 2 people.
No.
You want to order a large for a party.
Right.
Because that thing is huge.
You're going to get one slice.
You're going to get one slice and you're going to be done.
Right. because you know as well as I know that when you go to Old Chicago, you're going to order an appetizer, and the appetizer are going to be the little pepperoni pizza rolls.
Yes. Yes.
And so you're going to have those on top of everything.
Rolls, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, those are really good too.
Yeah,
so
there's not enough beer in the world to wash it all down.
Nope. You'll get one slice and you're done. So if it's just maybe you or one other person, a medium at largest, I would say, in my personal opinion. So Old Chicago at number 6.
Right.
Number 5.
My number 5, pepperoni lovers from Pizza Hut.
Okay, there you go.
And it's strictly that, pepperoni lovers.
Pepperoni lovers,
but
double cheese.
As I've gotten older, I'm not eating as much now. For some reason, my body's just not taking the things I used to. The 3 Big Macs I used to do in high school are now.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
I eat 1 Big Mac and I'm like, whoa, I don't even want the fries anymore. So It's the same thing with pizza now. I love the pepperoni lovers, but if I do a pepperoni lovers in a medium, I still can't finish it.
Yeah, it's well. First of all, the pepperoni lovers, those of you who don't know, is a double cheese and double pepperoni. Like it's a layer of first of all your pizza sauce, layer of cheese, layer of pepperoni, and then another layer of cheese and a layer of pepperoni.
Right,
that's what it is. So
and you don't want to do that in a hand crust or hand tossed or deep dish. Right,
that is the worst possible decision you could possibly make.
Right, because you're not even going to get through
heartburn.
Yeah, so you want to do that in a thin crust.
Definitely, but it's still very girthy.
Right,
in a thin crust. Number 5 for me is a good old pepperoni pizza at AJ Sports Bar in Wichita.
Okay,
or AJ Sports Bar. I know they have.
They
one
do
in
make a triple pepperoni pizza there that we've done before.
Yes, yeah. And by the way, if you ever a party of like 14 people, you can get the Superdome.
29-inch pie.
Yeah,
yes,
the size of your table.
And they deliver that.
They do now.
They do deliver that. Their doors that leave the sports bar are wide enough.
Just wide enough.
However, you do need to bring a truck if you're going to do a carry out.
Yes.
Because it's got to fit in the bed of the truck. It's not you're
not going to fit in your car.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to fit it through the door of your car.
Yeah, no, not even close. Right. Yeah. And I think it doesn't take at least 2 people to carry it out, or maybe one guy with really long arms.
Right? Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The little girls that work there, they can't carry that.
Can't do that.
So. I did see a couple of college kids there one time. They had ordered it, and when it delivered, their eyes got real big, and they each got about 4 slices in, and they're both looking at each other. And I walked by and I said, "Well, nice try, guys, but." Nice try. I could have warned you ahead of time. All you had to do was say something.
Yeah,
so
that's
we had a group of
11.
Yeah, and we almost ordered a second.
That's right.
That's right. Because we did finish the 11 people. We did finish that one pie. And we're like, we probably let's not do it.
I was gonna say if you get a party of at least 10 people, you can finish a Superdome.
Right.
And because. Some people in your party might be hungrier than others, or bigger stomachs, or whatnot. So, yeah, AJ's at number 5 for me.
Okay.
Number 4.
My number 4 is original crust Hunt Brothers.
Okay.
In anything, whether it's the pepperoni or the meat lovers, or
lots of meats, or
or their supreme, anything
loaded.
But in the original crust, I do not like the thin crust.
Thin crust is.
I order the thin crust because the woman I love decides that she
likes it
thin crust, right?
And she likes also Domino's cracker crust too.
That's right.
Yeah. So. No, I'm not a big fan of that or the thin crust. I'll eat the original too at Hunt Brothers, but my number 4 is Hunt Brothers. Like I said, it made the dishonorable mentions, but my number 4 is Tombstone and their mini pizzas. No. Tombstone's mini pizzas,
the mini deep dish ones.
Yeah, those are great. You can,
they are, but all my frozen pizzas fall below 10. So,
see, I don't know. I'll take a good.
You probably like that
pizza.
French bread pizza too from Stouffer's,
and the French breads. Heck yeah, that's great too. So, yeah, number 4 was Tombstone for me.
Number 3.
My number 3 is, we've already mentioned Old Chicago and the reasoning behind Old Chicago.
The double-deckeroni.
The double-deckeroni. So,
really good. Really good. Number 3 for me is a place in Ness City called a Pizza Plus. And this is they kind of stay true to the pie because they put all their toppings below a layer of cheese. So when you order a pepperoni pizza, you're not going to see pepperonis.
Doesn't Gambino's do that?
I don't know if Gambino's does or not. No, because I've had Gambino's plenty.
I believe Ken's Pizza does it that way in Hutchinson.
Really?
Yeah. Ken's Pizza. We used to have a Ken's Pizza here.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right.
But yeah, no.
But Ken just isn't eating as much anymore, so he only brought it down to a couple of restaurants.
I guess so. Yes. Pizza Plus in Ness City. If you ever drive by there, that's literally the only place you would probably stop in Ness City for anyway. But yeah, number 3, that is for me, Pizza Plus.
Number 2.
My number 2, of course, is because of the Superdome, AJ's Pizza.
Okay.
Wichita. Right. There is an AJ's Pizza, I believe, in Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's or if there's just the 2 in Wichita or not. But
yeah, there's 2 in Wichita, and there's one in Hutch. But yeah,
when we go to Wichita, and we don't even have to be in a bowling tournament. No. We'll still go to AJ's because of the pizzas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But of course, especially if we're there for a bowling tournament, we
usually have our 11 people, and we're going to do the Super.
And we have a reserve table there too. So
that's right. We do have a reserve table with our name on it.
With our name on it.
That's because the one waitress received more in tips
than the bill was worth.
Exactly.
Like the bill was like $90.
We were all throwing 20s on the table for her, and she's like, "I'm coming back to work tomorrow."
Yeah, the bill was like $90, and she received like 120 in tips or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, "I'm going to work tomorrow because we'd be back tomorrow. So we'd make a weekend out of it."
That's right.
So there you go. Number 2 for me is a fairly popular chain in Colorado called Anthony's, and the one I had was in Castle Rock, and it's the one where you want to have a group for it because the slices are as big as my face. Because they're just really huge pizza.
And you
slices.
have a big face.
I do have a very big face. So, and it's really good pizza. So I really liked Anthony's Pizza in Castle Rock, but I know there's one location in Colorado Springs too. There's several there in Colorado. So if you're a Colorado native or been around that area,
so it's Colorado. I bet they have the 420 pizza.
Probably. No, that was Pizza Zone. Remember? We talked about Pizza Zone, a former restaurant here in Garden City that sold the 420 special.
Right. It was a pie and an ounce of weed.
And those are reference. Kansas does not allow marijuana.
Right. Yeah.
They got shut down. Obviously.
Well Anthony's obviously took on the 420 special in Colorado.
They might have.
That's the reason why you liked it so much. That was not oregano on your pizza, boy.
It's wondering why I guess that's why their pizza slices are so big. Yeah, there you go. All right, and finally,
number 1.
My number 1, Pete's Pizza.
Oh, in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Yeah. I as far as I know, they're still in business. But while I was stationed there at F.E. Warren Air Force Base, they were one of the only pizza chains to deliver on the base. Their drivers were, they got vetted so that they could drive right on the base without having to show IDs or anything. So,
wow.
And they would deliver anywhere on the base as long as it wasn't a secure facility. At the time that I used to get delivered either to my house or if I was working in the headquarters building or in the vehicle section there, then I'd have it delivered. And it was also my very first pizza that was ever cut in squares.
Oh, really?
Instead of
square cut. Oh.
Right, yeah. So, and all pizzas came with a free 2-liter. So.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. My number 1, it's the only place that has ever gotten me to eat pineapple on a pizza.
Gross.
It is, I know, it's disgusting, but this place makes it really good. Is Bulldog Pizzeria in Syracuse, Kansas. Yeah. Just an hour.
I've heard about that one.
Just an hour west of Garden City here. And they make the best Hawaiian pizza. It's not your typical pizza sauce. It's cream cheese sauce with the pineapples, and the cuts of ham are cubed. They're thick cubed cuts of ham, or Canadian bacon, I guess. Those of you that want to know a technical term in that case, but no, Canadian bacon is actually ham. But yeah, thick cuts of ham and pineapple on a cream cheese sauce pizza.
Disgusting.
It is delicious. I'm just saying. So
next thing you know, they're going to put cottage cheese on there.
I wouldn't get that too far past them, honestly.
That's kind of gross, dude.
But no, yeah, a great pizza, good taco with pizza, and of course they're typical. You can order a typical pepperoni, and you'll be absolutely amazed as well. Good old, if you think of a pizzeria type pizza place, and just great pizza in that. So, yeah. Did you want to do your top 10 to 1?
No.
Okay, there you go.
I've kind of erased as I went along.
Oh, okay.
But I do have one pizza place that I did not on my list because I've only tried it once, and I was in a mood for pizza. And if
I'd be a Smazio, so yeah.
But if you're in the mood for pizza and you just go anywhere, any pizza kind of you can't really screw it up too bad.
No.
And so that's Reggie's Pizza in Greensburg, Kansas.
Okay, there you go.
It was very good. The only time and the only reason I didn't put them on the list is because I've only eaten there once.
Okay.
And so I have to have it on a regular basis to determine whether or not it's very good. So
yeah, there you go. Well, I've had Bulldog Pizza once, so
there you go.
And that was under new management. So yeah, it's so check out that place as well. So
yeah, if you want to hear my top 10, just backtrack on that little slider there.
Yeah, there you go. Backtrack on the show, and you can get Snipes top 10. My top 10 to 1, that unknown pizza place in Chicago, followed by Gambito's Olamados at number 9, Pie 5, Red Baron, Old Chicago, and then of course AJ's in Wichita. Tombstone Pizza, you can find them at any pizza place. Pizza Plus in Nest City, Anthony's Pizza in Colorado, and of course Bulldog Pizzeria in Syracuse. Thanks for joining us here on episode number 22. Thanks again, Snipes, for joining us as well. Come back with us at episode number 23 next week. Got a brand new topic for you. You don't want to miss it. See ya. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Uncaged. Tune in next week for more. This has been brought to you by Loving's Moon, Tim and Jerry's Auto Sales, Garden Bowl, American Gratitude, Patrick Dugan's Coffee House, and AAA Loans and U-Haul.